On this video I'll be using the grass rake, the lawn lute, Scarifying and the steel rotary scissors, fantastic tool that is, and a Cayman aerator using solid tines. Hi, I'm Mike at OCD Lawn Care and it's the 11th of October and the coffee shops are doing Christmas cups. But it's not too late to do your lawn. Just because they're giving you Christmas cups, you can still do a lawn renovation. 11th of October. So this land here, this plot, hasn't been done for 25 years. So I had to spray it off. It's really bad, really bumpy, mossy, loads of weeds. It took me 2 attempts to kill this land off. These ones held on. Quite problematic. So yeah, so we're going to show you you can do a lawn 11th of October, and I'll be doing one next week on the 18th of October. It's absolutely fine to do so. I've even done lawns in fall winter when we had snowfall. You can do dormant seeding. Research that. I'll be doing a lawn about in December, mid-December, and I'll be doing a dormant seeded lawn. So like, subscribe, and you can follow that. We've got some interesting projects, and we're not stopping because it's winter, because dormant seeding is a thing, trust me. So what are we going to do to this one? We're going to scarify it, and then I'm going to solid tine this one because I want to backfill it with that beautiful topsoil you saw. I have a problem around the edge. I'm not going to be able to do the edges properly because a robot mower goes on here and the wire is exposed. That's why I bought more soil than I need, because we have the blue wire, the boundary wire, and I mustn't cut that or I'll be in trouble. Yeah, and we don't want to be in trouble. I'm in enough trouble. So yeah, enjoy the show. Remember, lawn care is fun, and don't think it's too late. Seasons have changed. Ignore the cup. Let's go. So as you can hear from that noise, that isn't a motocross bike, that is the Echo PB 8010, a beast of a blower. So I'm going to blow all the debris off this lawn before scarifying, and I'm going to push all the leaves way into the hedge, to the brickwork. I need to clear it because this is going under a fleece. Yeah, and it'll only have one mow this winter. The main priority is to grow the leaf long on this one, and one mow, maybe 2 at best, and then it'll only be blown. It just needs to be blown and kept free of the debris, and then a lime granule added because of the conifer trees all around the edge there will have dropped the pH of the soil. I know this is a lesson I've learnt this year. Let's get on with the blower and push all the debris off this lawn. Okay, so that's all the canopy cleaned. And the moss in here, look at it, look at that. You can just kick it off. Yeah. So going to hit this really hard, pull the scarifier back. I want another little quick tip. When you're going to blow your lawn and you've got that amount of debris and pine needles and conifer debris, pick your coffee up off the floor, because that chocolate that you put on the top has now got those conifer bits on it. So yeah, make sure you pick your coffee up off the floor. So let's get on with the scarifier and get pulling this out. Okay, I'm going to have to hand rake the edge. I am not risking snapping this robot mower lead. Going to have to build the edges up. It's not going to be a perfect lawn anyway. It's going to be a hard wearing and economy from Boston Seeds, because I have lots of tree roots up on the surface over there. But it's just about getting a nice lawn, bit of greenery for the customer. Like I say, 25 years, so it's going to look a lot better.
right in front of the scarifier is a great big high spot. Like I showed you before, you just pull back on that. It'll pull across, watch. See? And hit those and hit them hard. High spot's on. Okay, so right deep down in the soil, a load of moss, and the thatch, the moss, you can feel it in the soil. Yeah, as I'm turning it over there and it's muddy, it looks muddy. That's actual thatch, and if you seed on that, you won't get a lawn. So we have to go twice over this. Rake it up and then scarify again. So because of the robot mower, I just have to pull this rake along the edge, and then I will be burying that. I just can't go near it. To do it properly, you take that up, but we'll have to do it the hard way. Okay, so that's a big pile of moss and some soil, but we want to throw that away because the thatch is holding into that soil. It's not actually really what you would consider soil. It looks like soil, but it's just junk. 25 years it's sat there, need to get it gone, so it's going. Yeah, you can see the moss hanging in because you pulled it one way. So because it's so deep into the soil, into the canopy, we need to pull it and keep pulling until the land looks like this. So this whole area needs a good going over, and we just keep going until we get the land looking like that, and then we can get our soil on and get some levels. Worst bit of the job, picking up the crap. Ah. Where's the wife when you need her, eh? Okay, with these rakes, get yourself one because you can keep them upright, lay the rake flat, and when you've got, when you're into the soil this much, busy road. With these rakes, when you keep them flat and you're into the soil this much, you won't lift as much soil out. If you're digging in, you're going to pull that soil. Lay it flat, you're almost sifting the thatch and the moss out. You will take soil when the land hasn't been looked after for this long and the thatch is that deep and spongy, so you've got to throw some of that soil away anyway. It's good for you, trust me. Just buy an extra bit of soil and put the goodness over the top. So take a bit of soil, but laying this flat, fantastic. Everybody needs one of these lawn rakes, grass rakes. I'll buy all my own stuff, not sponsored by anybody, so if it's good, I'll tell you. Oh, fuck, that's heavy. Okay, I'm just going to trim this. I bought this here because what I normally do is, if I didn't have a robot mower wire, I use this to take all the edges of the moss out and then I'll backfill it. So I don't hand scarify near the edges where the machine can get. I just use this, turn the blade in and cut it because it oscillates. It's fantastic. I'll show you a little clip of that, what it's like on edging a lawn as well. One of the best tools I've got really for lawn care, and this cut can match a cylinder mower cut rather than a string trimmer because you have to too big a base on a string, so you have to tip it in and you end up rubbing the lawn out and they look rubbish. These are scissor cutting all the edges of the lawn. Fantastic tool if you've got a cylinder mower, albeit expensive. It is expensive. So I'm just going to trim the edges a little bit, careful of that wire because it will cut it clean in half, but it doesn't flick stones. So well handy tool. I'm firm underfoot now. I can feel that it's all the thatch that's deep into this soil, and that is a heavy bag because that is a lot of soil in the bag as well. So I'm firm underfoot, so I know I'm good. I'm going to get good seed to soil contact, going to get good germination. There is a little bit of moss remaining. It's because there's a bit of a dip here, and if you have a dip in your lawn like that, you're creating a pond, if you will. So your water's going to sit there, and over winter you're going to get more moss in those areas. So we'll just level this out and bring this dip out with our soil, and it'll be fine. We're going to be doing an iron treatment on here about 3 weeks time, yeah, to kill the spores. Maybe 2 weeks, we'll see. As soon as we get germination and get that first mow, I'll be applying a seaweed, iron and my fertiliser, Boston Seeds Autumn granular fertiliser I'll be putting down on there. So yeah, so we're going to spike it now, and I can't go over there because it is heavy with tree roots, but I'm going to put some spikes, some holes into this, just because I can really. I don't want to hollow time it. I'm changing the way I do things, but more about that on another video. What have I done? I'm getting no fuel. I turned the fuel off, can you believe that? And Graham's not here as well. Fuel on. Going down to other skies. All I want is to be there. Right, so when if you hire one of these, or you have your own one, and you see the ground exploding like that as they're going in, it's not compact. Yeah, this chalk land here, so the soil's pretty good in terms of compaction. I don't actually need to carry on, but I will do just because I've got it here, but it's not compact. With a new state of mind, a place I never heard of, I will walk like a nomad. I've been stuck inside my house. Okay, really happy with that. That is nice and fluffy. Didn't need aeration of any sort. So I'm going to go over with the lawn loop, just brush this off, just push it around, and then I'm going to put my top dressing on, which is thanks again to CDB Landscaping Supplies. I will put a link in the description to their website. We've got a 50-50 mix today of topsoil and compost, shredded to 6 millimeters. The soil is absolutely fantastic. Loads of nutrition, organic matter. This hasn't been touched for 25 years, so, and we're chalk. As we go down into the subsoil, we are chalk here, so we don't want to be applying silica sand. Drainage will be fine. So we don't want sand here. So that's why we've gone for a 50-50 mix, and they've added some vermiculite into the soil for me, so that I hold on to the water and look after the soil. So yeah, let's get this swept over, get the soil down, get back to a level, and then we'll put seed down, and then we'll top dress it, and then we'll fleece it. So I need to look after the levels before putting any seed down. So I'm just going to sweep this and knock all this off.
Wasting hours on my phone, ready to go now. On my way, I won't let fear hold me back. It's here to stay. I'm on my way. All of my dreams are now a step away. At the end of the world, there's something I can learn. Some good ideas will pop up.
Oh, that's all the soil out. So, little tip for you, if you're putting that much soil out, don't be putting your seed down first, then putting your soil down, because I do seed under and over, but because I'm coming up too high, I'm going to bury those seeds too far down, and it'll be a waste of money. They won't germinate, or very little. So I'm doing this first. Lawn loot, got my earbuds in to get me through it, because it's quite hard work. Listen to a bit of music, knock these off, lawn loot it, then get my seed on, Boston Seeds Economy and Hard Wearing, and then I'll be flicking some of this out again over the top of them seeds, and then put a seed over the top, and then I'll be fleecing. The soil is absolutely incredible, all nutritious. Look at that, yeah. 50-50 mix. So if you're in the Winchester or local to Winchester, I can't recommend these people enough really, because I've been working with them and telling them what's good for a lawn, and they do whatever mix, whatever blend you want. So fantastic. So big shout out to CDB. Let's get my music on and get the lawn loop going.
I'm gonna let it take me to people that will trust me. I've been stuck inside my house too long. Can't stand being all alone.
Okay, so lawn loop time. I've moved you out of the sun so you get a better view of what I'm doing. I always find it's best to walk backwards, and then you get that, you have to pull it back. And when you've got a mound, you need to push forwards. Oh. Look at that, up to the edge, drop a bit over, doesn't matter, get the blower out.
I won't let fear hold me back. It's here to stay. On my way, all of my dreams are now a step away. So here.
Okay, so that's fantastic. I've done a great job leveling that. It's nice and soft. It needs rollering in. So normally I would seed now, and then I would top dress over the top. I don't need to. The land, the soil underneath is absolutely perfect because it's chalk. We're chalk based here, so we're just going to get the seed on, run the allet over the top, press it in to hold the seed, and put a fleece straight over the top with a bit of seaweed. So going to use Boston Seeds hard wearing, and then I'm going to flick a bit of economy out as well with the hard wearing, and let them battle it out. So let's get the seed on. You don't need to have grooves in the soil unless, not when you've done this amount of work. Yeah, this is a complete spray off. You don't need the grooves. It's plenty loose enough, and you can see what you're doing. It'll hold, okay? So that's a little Scotch spreader, broadcast spreader, and this is a drop feeder. So this will just drop directly down, and my partner Emily will go around the edges so that we're not flicking seed over the edges, a bit neater. So yeah, put some hard wearing in there. Yeah. Okay, so that's the hard wearing down. Going to go over with the allet, press this, get a little bit of compaction because everything's moving. So just stiffen it up on the canopy a little bit, and then over with some economy seed. Yeah, so let's get on with the allet. Okay, that's looking fantastic. All I need to do now is get the old girl out and give me a hand to fleece. The analogy of fleecing is like those people that have caravan awnings with all the poles. It's always going to cause an argument, and we always bicker when we're doing a fleece, but you won't get to hear that because it's going to be on a hyperlapse. But yeah, I'll just do as I'm told on this one. So let's get the fleece out and then we'll come back to you.
Perfect. It should be alright, shouldn't it, for that one? And we might have to make it work because I haven't got anything that's going to be perfect.
I don't mind cutting these. Okay, so that's the fleece on. Thank you to the wife for doing that with me. So I'm going to spray the seaweed onto the fleece. Why do I do that? This way it won't pick up on my feet as it gets damp, yeah? So it's a better way of doing it because I'm going to water the seaweed through the fleece when I water the fleece. So it just makes sense. And I can see better this way. So let's get the seaweed on. Okay, so as you can see, the seaweed is on the fleece, yeah, and you can see all my footprints. So you want to get your seaweed down, but you don't want to do it before you're fleecing because you've got to fleece. Hands and knees picking up, you're just going to ruin the your soil levels. So get your seaweed on after the fleece. It's no big deal. That's the way to do it. And now I'm going to water that through, and job's a good one. So when you're watering your fleece, you just want to make it transparent, yeah? So if we have a look down here, you see it's transparent. And in the shady areas, we need very little water. We just want to give it a flick, yeah? So the first one, we go a little bit stronger, but then in these areas, it'll just be a quick flick. So yeah, that's how you water the fleece. And because it's cold up, you need one water in the morning, that's it. A tiny little flick, job done. So yeah. Okay, so that's that done. If you enjoyed this and you want to see what it's like in 3 weeks' time, maybe less, we'll see. Make sure you like and subscribe, hit the notification button, because as soon as this is off, I'm going to film it and see how we did. Yeah, so if you enjoyed the video, hit the button. It's not too late, guys. Don't give up yet. I think you've got another 2 weeks that you can do this. And like I said, at my father's house, I've done seeding, all this work in January, and had snowfall on it. I had a lawn because the seeds were dormant, and then I had a lawn coming into spring and I didn't do nothing. I'd already done the work. So I know this is going to work, but it's how is it going to do coming through the winter and back into spring? Is it going to be too weak? So if you want to know all the answers to these questions, you need to like and subscribe. And yeah, I'm really happy. Fantastic soil, thanks to CDB. And I'll see you soon. Back out on the lawns next weekend. Oh, and one more thing. This did have a leather jacket treatment and chafe scrub treatment with that professional product, Ace Brilliant. So I wouldn't do it 25 years if I hadn't had that done. I wouldn't be doing this long. That safeguards me and the customer. So see you at the next one. May the long gods be with you all. Take care.